action figure collectors, pop culture lovers and comic fans out there. You're watching Ghazali's Toy Talks. This is Ghazali and today I'm going to review Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 11 video game by Mcfarlane Toys. So as usual, we first look at the packaging. As we can see, the figure is clearly displayed in this window box packaging along with all the accessories. On top here we can see the Mortal Kombat logo. At the bottom we can see it is written Sub-Zero with bold letters. Here is the age restriction mark and we can see the multiple images of Sub-Zero here at this side, at this side, and at the back we can see the full and detailed image of Sub-Zero in a dynamic pose. At the bottom here we can see that we can follow Mcfarlane Toys on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Here is the usual copyright and trademark stuff, and at the bottom here we can see different references in multiple languages related to the manufacturers and the company. And on top here again we can see the Mortal Kombat logo. So let's bust this package open and take a look what lies within. Stay tuned. Here it is, Kuai Liang aka Sub-Zero out of the packaging, and it do come with multiple accessories that includes two axes. The blue color shows that they are made out of ice, a skull which is attached to a spine, and finally a display stand on which it is written Mortal Kombat. So now we move towards the figure itself. I think it's not a bad looking figure, and if we talk about sculpt, I think the sculpt is good. But if we can talk about the articulation, I think I can give it 4 out of 10 because the articulation is not good. Many articulation points have been hindered by the sculpts and the outfit, like these flaps here, the upper outfit here, and this portion, the neck portion here. So this is the front view of Sub-Zero figure, this is the side view, and finally this is the rear view of Sub-Zero action figure. Now we move towards the articulation. His head can move left and right like this. He can look upward this far, but he can look downward very far. It just pop out due to the hindrance and everything that I was talking about, that it is highly hindered. His arms can move forward like this, backward like this. There is also a butterfly joint. If we can zoom in we can see it more clearly. There is a butterfly joint. It can move like this. His arms can move outward this far. There is also a bicep swivel here, double jointed elbows, swivel in the wrists, and the hands are also attached to a hinge joint. It can move upward and downward like this. And there is also a diaphragm joint here, but it's way too much stiff. If you can see closer here, it's way too much stiff, and if I try to force it I may break this figure. So there is also a swivel in the waist. Actually it's a ball joint, and it can lean forward that much and backward that far. His legs can move forward that much, backward that much. There is also a limited swivel in the upper thigh portion like this, and it can move outward this far. It is hindered by this flap like this, and there is also a swivel in the knees like this, double joint in the knees, and There is a swivel in the feet like this, and they are also attached to a hinge joint. They can move upward like this and downward like this, and there is also a very little amount of pivot, and there is also a toe articulation. It can move upward like this and no downward motion. So that's it for the articulation. So now comes the most important part, which is height comparison. So here it is Sub-Zero side by side with Mortal Kombat 11 Scorpion by Mcfarlane Toys, and here it is with Flashpoint Paradox Thomas Wayne Batman by DC Collectibles. All three of them are 7-inch scale figures. Finally, for some 6-inch scale comparison, here it is Sub-Zero side by side with 2002 movie Spider-Man, which is manufactured by Toy Biz. So that's my review. Hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe and comment, and if you have done all of it, then hit the bell icon so you will never miss any video from the Ghazali Toy Talks. This is Ghazali signing out.